past came to us through the relationship with World Gospel Mission, and we are grateful that today the president of World Gospel Mission, who gave us an opening meditation and prayer, is here, Dr. Dan Sheva. So many others, as have been mentioned by the CEO, have played a major role in making this facility a possibility. A special thanks to you, the international medical communities and mission organizations who have walked this journey with us. The support and shared expertise that have been very invaluable. Your commitment reflects the best of humanity's ability to come together to build something that is greater than any one of us can achieve alone. To the people of Tenwek and Bomet and the wider region, this is your center. The Africa Gospel Church and all our partners are simply stewards of this resource. It is for you, your families, your neighbors, for generations to come. Whether it's a child born with a congenital heart condition, a mother suffering from a heart disease, a son with esophageal cancer, or a father in need of urgent care, this center will provide them with access. Please, community members and this nation in general, pray, protect, and support this project. Please prepare to welcome many international visitors who will come as medical tourists to this community. With those few remarks, Your Excellency, we are grateful for you honoring us today and being part of this very momentous occasion. May the Lord bless you and bless your government. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Robert Langat. Your Excellency, now I invite Mr. Edward Graham, the Chief Operations Officer, Samaritan's Pass, to make his brief remark. Welcome, sir. Let's appreciate him with a round of applause as he takes the stage.
Your Excellency, I appreciate it very much. It's a true honor to have you here, but it's an honor for me to be back. I was here as a child the first time when I was about 12 years old. And to see where the hospital has grown, it's only God can do this. I'd like to give greetings from my father, Franklin, who wishes he could be here. But we're recovering from a storm back in North Carolina, and it's been a horrific one. And we've had a lot of our staff that lost their own homes, so he couldn't be here. But we're here to dedicate a building. But I would tell you it's a capability that God has entrusted to his people. The purpose of this building is not to do heart surgeries. It's to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And as long as that's the purpose of Tenwek, you'll always have a partner in Samaritan's Purse. And I know this has been a long time coming. I was up on the hill a few years ago, and there was just pavers. I was up there with Jeremy, and Russ were explaining the dream and vision they had. And I thought it was a dream. I don't know how we could get to that. But look where we are today. And I appreciate everyone's hard work. Real quick from the scriptures, I want to read something. We're called Samaritan's Purse. And the reason why we're called Samaritan's Purse comes from the book of Luke. And if I can, I'd like to read this, Mr. President. And this is coming from the parable of the Good Samaritan. And this is where an expert in the law was trying to question Jesus and trick him. And he wanted to know, and who is your neighbor? And Jesus replied, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he fell into the hands of robbers. They stripped him of his clothes. They beat him and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going along the road. And this is someone that we would think would stop. We think the priest would stop, but he did not. He saw the man and he went on to the other side. Then a Levite too is someone we would think would stop, but he did not. But then a Samaritan, a man that was despised. He came down and he saw the man in the ditch. And he came where the man was and he saw him and he looked unto him and he went to him and he bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. And then he went to the man to his own donkey and took him to an inn. And this is one of my favorite parts of the story, because at Samaritan's Purse, we can provide transportation just like the donkey. We can provide bandages. That's medicine. Medicine is a magnet for the gospel. We can bandage wounds. But he went to the innkeeper and goes, look after him, he said, and when I returned, I will reimburse you with the extra expenses that you may have. Those extra expenses, that was a debt paid. That's the most important part of the story. Medicine is not the most important part. The debt paid was, and that is the blood of Jesus Christ. And so we're going to do heart surgeries in this building right here. But more importantly, my prayer and hope is that you change hearts forever, not just in Kenya, as it's been shared. People are going to come from all over the world. This is going to be one of the premier heart hospitals in all of sub-Saharan Africa. You're going to have people coming here to the staff. This is an opportunity to change the world forever. If you want to change the world, you don't do it through heart surgeries. You do it from preaching the gospel. Every word of this is true. God loved us so much that he sent his only son, Jesus Christ, to die on a cross. And it's my hope that no one ever goes into that building and leaves that building without hearing that message, that Jesus died on a cross and his blood washed away the sins of the earth. That is the ultimate heart surgery. That's how you change the heart of man. That's how you change the world. Let's do it right here at Tenwek. Your Excellency, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for honoring, and thank you to the staff that's worked so hard for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Edward Graham, the Chief Operations Officer, Samaritan Pass. Your Excellency, now allow me to invite the Governor of Bomet County, who will speak and acknowledge the leaders, and later invite the Cabinet Secretary, who will in turn invite His Excellency to address us. Karibu, Governor.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Cabinet Secretary is present. We have members of Parliament and Colonel Retired Edward Graham, WGM, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Jambo. Bwana asifiwe. Your Excellency, it's a great honor to have you in Bomet today, and more specifically in Tenwek Hospital. This is a great facility, as you have witnessed, Your Excellency. Today, Tenwek is marking a very significant milestone in its journey of close to 9 decades. For your information, Your Excellency, this is where the governor was born. Your Excellency, it is an opportunity for us to celebrate God's providence that has seen this facility grow from a tiny dispensary to a referral hospital that we have today. We thank God because of that. Secondly, Your Excellency, we are also celebrating the friends and partners of Tenwek. And I want to single out the two that have been mentioned: the Samaritan Pass and WGM. Tenwek is what it is because of their support. A clap for them. Your Excellency, your presence here today is an indication of your commitment to health and well-being of all the Kenyans. I want to affirm to you, Your Excellency, that we are fully behind you in your endeavor to transform this country, not only in matters of health, but in all the sectors. We support you fully, Your Excellency. The facility that has been commissioned today will transform healthcare delivery not just in Bomet, but in Kenya and beyond. Your Excellency, it has been mentioned that this facility is the one of its kind in Africa, south of Sahara. Beyond healthcare, Your Excellency, the economic impact of this facility cannot be understated. I'm talking now as the governor of Bomet, having this facility in my territory. This facility will transform Bomet. Bishop has mentioned that we will be attracting a lot of medical tourism. And I mentioned the other day, Your Excellency, that this will be the India of Africa. Bomet will be the India of Africa. We will also have employment opportunities. I'm told once this facility is fully functional, it will employ close to 3,000 healthcare workers. That is very huge, Your Excellency. Business opportunities will also be opened up. Hotels will be booming. Kiosks will be booming. And all the other opportunities that are related to what a mankind requires to survive beyond medical services. Generally, we want to say Bomet will be transformed by this facility. On my part, Your Excellency, and the county government of Bomet, we will continue partnering with Tenwek. We have been partnering. And for your information, Your Excellency, we have health workers under our payroll who have been seconded to Tenwek to support this facility. In terms of training, we will continue supporting this facility, and we'll be partnering to improve on medical education. Otherwise, Your Excellency, we are greatly honored to have you today, and you have our support as Bomet. Before I sit down, I want to acknowledge the presence of our leaders, and I will start with my colleagues, governors. Can you be upstanding? We have our neighbor, Governor Keicho Mheshimiwa Mutai. Asante sana. We have Mheshimiwa Olelengu from all the way from Kajiado, but married from just across. Na ameleza ng'ombe yote, tunashukuru Mheshimiwa. Thank you. Members of Parliament, we have Mheshimiwa Mandasi from Jebalungu. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa Brighton Yegon from Gonoin. Mheshimiwa Kilel from Bomet Central. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa Joanna Ngeno from Memurwa Digiri. Thank you so much. And then we have Mheshimiwa Joyce Korir, our Senator and Commissioner. Thank you. We have Soshon, our leader. Tunashukuru sana Mheshimiwa. We have Mheshimiwa Majority Leader, Senator Gericho Cheriot. We have Mheshimiwa Richard Yegon, Bomet East, is my member of Parliament. We have Mheshimiwa Sigei from Sotik. Asante sana Mheshimiwa. We have Mheshimiwa Cherorot from Kericho. Tom Odeke from Yatike. Asante sana Mheshimiwa. Wakoli Senator Bungoma. Mheshimiwa Isaac Ruto, First Governor Bomet. Mheshimiwa Nick Salad. Asante sana. We also have our MCS just stand, led by our Speaker. We have our Deputy Governor, Mheshimiwa Shadrack Rotich. Mheshimiwa Cosmas Korir, our Speaker. Mheshimiwa Nyesha Boitong, Mheshimiwa Jemur Geldet Nyongores, Mheshimiwa Victor representing youth, Mheshimiwa Vincent representing a special group, Olivia representing women, Mheshimiwa Dabutany representing women, Kibrukpin from Narok, Mheshimiwa Ann from Township, and Mheshimiwa Nyumbakumi. Asante. You also have Mheshimiwa Kemei. Thank you so much. We have Mheshimiwa Mutai, who was the first deputy governor, Bomet. Mheshimiwa Cecilia, the first women rep, Bomet. I think that is the leadership that we have, Your Excellency. And once again, tuko na shukrani mingi for coming to Bomet, and we always welcome you. Feel at home. Na tunakushikilia. Asanteni sana. Thank you. I want to take this opportunity to welcome our Cabinet Secretary in charge of health to continue. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Governor of Bomet County, Prof. Hilary Barchok, and other governors present, CS Transport, Mr. David Chirchir, PSS present, the Chief Operations Officer, Samaritan Pass, Reverend Colonel Edward Graham, President of the World Gospel Mission, Dr. Dan Shaffer, the Bishop of AGC Kenya and the Chairman of the Board of Directors of AGC Tenwek Hospital, Reverend Control of Cardiovascular Disease. Equally, we've worked on the national disease. On behalf of the ministry, Your Excellency, we thank you for the incredible support you have given us, more so as we go through this period of fundamental change in health governance as well as in public health insurance. Under your visionary leadership, we believe that the universal health coverage is increasingly becoming a tangible reality. And so for today, again, Your Excellency, we appreciate the conducive evidence for investment and business growth that has paved ways for the significant advancement in healthcare access and affordability. And this is quite evidenced with the Cardiothoracic Center at AGC Tenwek Hospital. And we believe that its completion and opening is a message to the local and international investors, as well as for our development partners, that we are open for mutual beneficial partnership, especially in the health sector. So with these few remarks, I kindly request that we are upstanding as we invite His Excellency, the President, to address the Tenwek family and the people of Kenya.
Thank you very much, Minister. Please, let's take our seats. Your Excellency is present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Bishop of AGC, our friend, Colonel Graham from Samaritan Pass, the World AGC group led by Mr. Shofa, World Gospel Mission. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm really, really happy to be part of this momentous occasion when we celebrate this iconic building. And I thought it was meant for heart surgery and treating people. But we have been told ably that it is actually a place to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. I must admit, I have never seen a church like this. Universal health coverage is central to our mission of enhancing the health of Kenyans, increasing efficiency in the provision of essential public services, mobilizing local and foreign investment to develop industrial capacity and competitiveness and complement national development efforts. One of our foremost fundamental commitment in the bottom-up economic transformation agenda is ensuring that every Kenyan, everywhere, has access to quality and affordable healthcare at all times. All efforts and investments that complement this commitment are therefore very highly valued. The investment I see here speaks to the heart of our mission and agenda to make healthcare universally available and accessible to all Kenyans. Without a doubt, the official opening of the AGC Tenwek Hospital Cardiothoracic Center is a welcome and since its founding in 1937 by the World Gospel Mission, Tenwek has steadily transformed itself from a small mission hospital to a modern 400-bed facility, which provides high standards of service and care to millions of Kenyans, regardless of their financial situation. The opening of this new facility builds on that legacy and strengthens our healthcare infrastructure as a country. We not only see faith-based organizations as the government's trusted partner in delivering for the people and transforming Kenya. But we also consider this partnership essential to the achievement of universal health coverage in Kenya. You know, many people would ask, what is a church doing? You know, an organization that's supposed to be holding the Bible and preaching the word of God. What are they doing building a hospital? It speaks volumes to the partnership, the win-win outcome that comes when the state and the church work together, when the private sector and public sector work together in a collaborative manner. We get results that make everybody a winner. And therefore, I want to commend our mission hospitals across Kenya. They have come through, they have become reliable, trusted partners of the government of Kenya in the delivery of health. And it is part of the reason why we made healthcare one of our pillars in the next 5 years, to make sure that we not only make health affordable, but also accessible. You are, by providing this facility, the kind of services that will be provided by this facility, people would need to travel to India to get them. But now we don't have to. We can find the facilities here at home. And I must commend Samaritan Pass and all the other partners. I know many people have contributed to make this facility what it is today. And to complement these developments, the government is implementing bold healthcare sector reforms to enhance financing, regulation, investment, digitization, and the provision of adequate, skilled, and motivated professional personnel to deliver UHC. Towards this end, I signed 4 key laws last year: the Social Health Insurance Act, the Primary Health Act, the Digital Health Act, and the Facility Improvement Financing Act. Through the Social Health Insurance Act, the Social Health Authority has been established to replace the National Hospital Insurance Fund and administer primary healthcare funds in a way that ensures every Kenyan, especially those who are needy, vulnerable, or living with chronic conditions, receive high-quality care. Primary health care is now free at all dispensaries and health centers, as well as selected hospitals, while ambulance and emergency services are available nationwide, free of charge. And I want to say this, that many people ask me, why do we have to pay for other Kenyans? Why do we have to pay for the vulnerable? How is it our business? And I want to encourage all of us that either we contribute, or finally we will end up in Harambee and we will still contribute. So I think it is much more structured. If you contributed through SHIF and SHA, I think that way it is more structured, it's more organized, and it is our intention to make sure that we get rid of the Harambees that are going on in villages and places for people who require health care provision. It is our intention to make it much more easier. In the past, facilities had to be subjected to a lot of unnecessary hurdles. Today, under the UHC program, hospitals, so long as they are registered by the professional body that is in charge of registration, they don't need to know any officer of the Social Health Authority. They will automatically be brought into the ecosystem to provide healthcare anywhere in Kenya. Secondly, through the digital ecosystem that we are building, we want to get rid of inefficiencies, we want to get rid of pilferage, and we want to get rid of loss of funds and corruption that had undermined significantly the National Health Insurance Fund. It is through this mechanism that we can reinstate the trust of citizens on a healthcare system that is leakage-free. And thirdly, we've had serious challenges, and I have never met members of the clergy who have not asked me, Mr. President, what about refunds from NHIF? Including this morning, in this hospital, I was being asked, NHIF owes this hospital 550 million. That's a huge amount of money by any standard. We want to get rid of this challenge of funding. And I want to promise you that we are taking steps, as I announced on my statement in Mashujaa Day. Today, the money that I promised, 3 billion shillings, is now with SHA. It will be, I'm sure, the administrator of this hospital, you will get some money. You know, maybe not the whole 500, maybe 100, maybe 200 million. And we will continue this journey because it is my intention to make sure that we have a fit for purpose health delivery system that leaves nobody behind. And it is also our intention to make sure that it is not discriminatory. For a very long time, people with jobs, people who can afford, are the ones who went to hospital. We want to make it universal, and we want to make everybody, including those who are vulnerable, including the poor, can go to hospital, be treated the same way all of us go to hospital and we are treated. Primary health care, as I have said, is now being delivered in our hospitals, and under the Social Health Authority, the package of eligible benefits include cover for specialized services like cardiothoracic surgeries, which will be offered at this new center to the best global standards and available to every Kenyan who will be registered. And I want to ask citizens of our country, we've asked members of the provincial administration, from chiefs to everybody, to make sure that every citizen is registered. We've also engaged our community health promoters to make sure that every citizen is registered. And I want to ask every Kenyan, wherever you are, the first step that you must take is to be registered. That way, we will have you in our database, and we will be able to begin the journey to make sure that we can account for every citizen, and we can account for whatever prevalence of diseases in different parts of the country, and prepare ourselves. Because it is said, forewarned is forearmed, so that we can prepare ourselves better to deal with the health challenges that face our country. So I'm asking every citizen, wherever we are, to make sure that you're registered. I'm very happy that we are making very steady progress. In the last 1 month, we have registered and brought on board 13 million Kenyans. We believe that this exercise can be concluded in the next 2 to 3 months. We should be able to have every Kenyan registered, so that we can be able to have the requisite information for us to undertake this very important program of managing the health of our citizens. Let me also say that the authority, the Social Health Authority, will enable millions of Kenyans access advanced care at facilities like this one without worrying about exorbitant costs. Similarly, the Digital Health Act has been enacted to provide a robust framework for streamlining healthcare processes through digitization, covering every aspect of patient registration to the verification and payment of claims. This framework significantly enhances transparency in healthcare service provision and helps eliminate corruption. We have incidences where some hospitals in the past had more accountants than medical personnel. because the story was to generate as many fake claims as there could be. That must be brought to an end. And I'm very confident that the digital system that we have put in place will sort out that problem. We are keen to make sure that every cent that is made available through this program is spent in ensuring that we treat the people of Kenya as Jesus heals them. This framework significantly enhances the transparency, as I have said, and since July 2024, 13 million Kenyans have been registered with SHA, and all public facilities are now integrated with the system, while half of private facilities across the country have been registered. The private facilities that among those that have been registered and that are in this system is Tenwek Hospital. And I must congratulate Tenwek for leading the way. We invite the people of Kenya to experience dignity, efficiency, and transparency and professionalism under our UHC model. The center we are opening today represents this new era for healthcare in Kenya with world-class care and make it accessible to as many people as possible. It is also an institution communities through inclusive and transformative strategies for more than a century. So an institution communities through inclusive and who have set new standards. Of the Tenwek Mission Hospital Cardiothoracic Center, I must emphasize the essential value of prevention and the vital importance of promoting early diagnosis, public awareness, and healthy habits in reducing the disease burden and keeping our people healthy and happy. Finally, let me thank all the stakeholders and all the people who have brought this home. I know it's taken a lot of coordination, it's taken a lot of effort, commitment, resources to get this here. And I must commend the healthcare practitioners in Kenya and all the people who have come together. I know there are some outstanding issues that have been requested from different stakeholders. Let me give assurance to the missionary community who have requested us to review their work permits and their visa requirements for them and scale them down. I want to agree with you that that is an area that is of concern to missionaries, and therefore we will reconsider our position and bring missionary class of visas to the level that you have requested so that we can be able to continue to work with you as you provide service to our nation. I thank the World Gospel Mission, the Africa Gospel Church, and the Tenwek community for their exemplary and transformative service to this region and to our nation since 1937. I also express my gratitude to Samaritan Pass for their critical support for this project and for my good friend, the grandson of Billy Graham, let me describe you that way, for coming all the way to be part of this event today. It demonstrates your commitment to humanity, and it demonstrates Samaritan Pass commitment to service to humanity as you serve God. So we're truly grateful. Please take our greetings to Franklin and to your family and to all the people in that space. I know Bishop has said that people like Russell White. Can we clap for that gentleman? People like Russell White deserve to be our heroes. I think, Bishop, they deserve more. I mean, sometimes you wonder how saints look like and whether they walk. I must say, looking at White, he belongs to the sainthood. You know, people who commit their lives, move away from their countries, go with their families to serve humanity. They are nothing but saints. And so to you, Russell, and your team, and to the many dedicated people who've thought about this, agonized about it, planned about it, and today we celebrate the reality. We are truly grateful to you and to the many. To Colonel Graham, please convey our appreciation to your entire team and to their excellent work, selfless dedication, and invaluable contribution. The Tenwek, ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to declare the Tenwek Mission Hospital Cardiothoracic Center opened. God bless you. God bless all of us. God bless Kenya and all our friends and partners. Asante sana. Thank you very much.
On stage, Bishop, kindly come and do the gesture of a token of appreciation to His Excellency the President. After His Excellency receives the token of appreciation, we'll have a word of prayer. So I'll invite Reverend John Kisoto to kindly come next to me. As a reminder, kindly will hold inside as we do the photo session with the permission of His Excellency. And as we leave out, we'll do the tree planting. Thank you so much. His Excellency has accepted that gift. And as His Excellency takes the leave for the photo, all of us to remain as I invite Reverend Kisoto to leave.
As we celebrate the opening of the Tenwek Mission Hospital Cardiothoracic Center,
Reverend Kisoto to leave.